Namaste. Welcome to week 3 of our Empowerment Beginner Yoga series at AIMwell. Today, we will be embarking on some movement meditation that is highly influenced by a Tai Chi practice. In this movement meditation, we will be activating our diaphragmatic breathing patterns, or those big belly breaths. We will also be connecting to our feet, rooted firmly on the ground, and allowing for that energy to soar up, recycling through our bodies, to our heads, back down. We will be moving, and we want to feel like we're just flowing, like there's an ocean within us, and every motion is a lubrication of our joints, our tendons, our ligaments, all that myofascia that is in our bodies and begs to be moved, compressed, stressed, and released. Without further ado, we'll start with our feet about hip distance apart. Start with some pretty mindless twirls. A movement that does not require much of any thoughts. This can be something that you practice often, just as you're standing. Maybe this motion is a little foreign to you, as we are just twirling our arms around our bodies. There's no right or wrong. You can be big, you can be small, you can go fast or slow. Just find that connection and that awareness of the feet on the ground. Bring your attention to the 26 little bones that are made up of the feet, and imagine how each of them are working right now. You might just let yourself become a bit whimsical, romanticizing this moment, imagining that you're just twirling through an open field, real Sound of Music like. You might throw the head back. Allow yourself to let go. Let go of the expectations of your own body, even in this moment. Only thing that is stable and is your foundation are those feet on the ground. Everything else is moving like the waves of the ocean. Taking a few more big or small twists here, just waving of the arms in space. Taking up space, see how wide your body can get, what's your arm span. Working into the shoulders and the back. And let's find our stillness. Quite the opposite, this juxtaposition between big motions and now this moment of stillness, grounding your feet. All 10 toes firm on the ground, heel anchored to the floor. Pull up through the inner arches, pull up through the legs, feel the kneecaps rise as the thighs engage. Natural arch through the low back, rolling our shoulders back, opening through the chest. Allow yourself to take in as much oxygen. Deep belly breath. Getting firm and fully into the diaphragm, filling up yet again. And releasing. Inhaling deeply. And exhale. Once more, breath in and out. I want you to step your feet a little wider than hip distance apart here. And we'll begin to embark on some knee rotations here. So we'll keep one foot firm on the ground, internally rotate the opposite knee. I'm here with my left, my heel is up, and then press that heel back to the ground and rotate the other knee inward. So just kind of coming up with this little dance motion here, right? Our hips are moving. Maybe we still find that twirl, those arms are kind of wide. We're just allowing our body to find a bit more of this rotation. And why I'm calling this our movement meditation segment is because there are no poses here. We're not hitting a warrior two. We're not hitting, tree pose. We are just going to be kind of organically moving. And this would be a really good practice to close down the eyes to, because we'll be doing these motions for just a bit of time. You really want to feel the breath soaring into the body and out, and let yourself go. Naturally feel what energy you have in the body. I'm almost falling down. What thoughts come to mind? Finding a few more of these hip and knee tilts. And we come back to stillness. From here, go ahead and again step the feet out about hip distance apart. And this time, keeping our feet firm on the ground, we're just going to sway from side to side. So a full lateral motion here, intentionally pressing each hip out wide. Our feet don't move, but one foot does gather most of the weight on it than the other. As you tilt to the right foot holds. As you tilt to the left foot holds the weight. Find this almost non-doing action. Maybe allowing the torso to get into the mix as well. The spine awakening, finding its own natural curvatures. You might let these waves roll all the way up to the neck and the head. And let yourself again just go. Holding and staying as long as you need to on one side. Getting out of these lateral motions what your body needs. Using this time to listen to the body as well. It talks to us if we listen through cracks, through pops, through sharp pains and discomforts. Tune into the conversation that your body is trying to have with you right now. And keep these presses going. A few more. Even out on both sides. Get your last press laterally out of the way. Let it be nice and juicy. before you come back to standing, feet still firm on the ground. Step your feet wider than hip distance apart. Fold over into your ragdoll. So I want you to bend through the knees pretty generously here and tuck the chin. You can let the hands just fall down by the feet, by the ankles, and find that same press into each foot as we were just doing, that sway to the side. This time you might feel a bit more pressure build onto the outside edges of the thigh and the glute. Keeping our chin tucked and just swaying from side to side. Again, this non-doing. There's no right, there's no wrong. You're organically moving your body. It might look different to you than it does on me, and that's okay. Take a few more of these sways, breaking into the outside edges of our glutes, of our thighs. Even out on both sides, finding your final leans. Come back to center, finding this ragdoll. Still bending through our knees, tucking our chin. And this time I want us to bring our hands to our chest and find a little tap. Tapping maybe our shoulders, maybe tapping our chest. Just find a bit of vibration here. Continue to tap as you pull yourself up to stand. Feet firm on the ground. Keep your tapping going and move a hand to the sternum. Close down the eyes. Tap. Create your own music and rhythm for your body. Breaking away any energetic holds that might be in your body. Tap them away. You might use both hands. I'm using one hand. Keeping one hand on my belly to feel myself breathe. Break any energies. You can tap hard or soft, whatever you're needing. Fast or slow, whatever rhythm you can create. Tap a little harder. 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 Find stillness. Feel the vibrations that you've created soar through your body. The energy that you've already stirred just with that motion. Where in your body do you feel the vibrations continuing, and where could use a little extra love for next time? Begin to wiggle through the wrists and the fingers, finding some circles. Bring the feet in. If you haven't been hip distance apart, let's find that positioning with our legs. Opening up through our hip. Starting with our right, bring the big toe to the ground. And we are just going to open and close this hip. Just ever so slightly. The balance is still shared a bit through the left and the right foot. Nothing too crazy happening here. Opening and closing. This can be slow with your breath if that's what you're here and what you need. I've not done a ton of Tai Chi, but what I have gathered is that it's a practice of your own energy and how it is settled and sourced through your body. Your breath is necessary, as always. Keeping those big bellowing breaths going is great. But the body has different ways of releasing energy kinetically as well. And maybe this is a faster motion and your breath is coming. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Plant the right foot. Let's bring the toes on the left side to the top and find this open and close. It's like a door on a hinge that has no stopper. It just keeps going. Opening and closing, moving naturally. Just find the sensations that emerge through our hips here, releasing the energy as we internally and externally rotate. Let's bring the left foot flat to the ground. We'll continue our weight distribution, this time fully on our left leg as we bring our right leg up. And this is only for a moment, and we bring it back down. Now this I do encourage a bit of breath to motion movement just to try to keep the balance going. We're working this hip flexor, building the strength as we're lifting the foot off the ground and placing it back down. Inhale and exhaling, staying with the natural rhythm that our lungs are creating for us, bringing energy through our core, letting it be strong, and not having any judgment for how fast or how slow we are going. And if you need a chair or a wall to rest a hand on, that's all right. Let's find just a few more. Let's replace the right foot on the ground, all weight soaring into it and lifting our left leg, bringing the knee high and placing it back down. Keeping those big belly breaths going. This is less of a workout and more of us just moving as our bodies are wanting that energy to be released. And as you can see, my arms are coming in with it too. So if that's what you need, maybe it distracts you from this work that we're doing on the left side, keep those arms going. Keep your breath going. Just a few more. Let's replace the left leg back to the ground and be thankful. We've got 2 feet. Let's get into our torso here. Reawakening these natural movements. We'll start with our arms, bringing them up overhead and back on your exhale. Similar to our windmills in our chair workout from last time. Inhale, arms come up. I'm going backwards. Exhale, bring them down. Keep it going. Opening up through our chest, through our shoulders. Don't be afraid to get big and wide. Take one more round going back and then switch directions, coming forward. Finding a nice rotation through our shoulders. Keeping our range of motion high, working these muscles, these tendons, flapping the arms. Take 2 more rounds. And bring the hands back down to center. Beautiful. Okay, let's put our legs and our arms all together and really explore a few more dynamic motions with our body. Next is an armchair. When we lift our arms, we're going to sit down. When we inhale, we're going to bring our arms down and almost fly, pulling our arms back and through. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit. Weight in the heels. Inhale, lift. Just a slight bend through the knees. Exhale, we sit down. Inhale, we lift. It could be like a 10-degree bend. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift. A few more. Exhale, we sit. Inhale, come on the tippy toes. Exhale, we sit. Inhale, onto the toes. A few more. Exhale, come down. Inhale, we sit. I'm even lifting my toes as I come down and my arms soar. That way I'm really flexing and getting the full mobility out of my feet. A couple more. Last fly. Now melt the feet back to the ground, hands to your sides, and just wiggle it out. Feeling where our energy is, feeling how our bodies are really embracing this practice a little more fluid than what we traditionally see in our yoga classes. Now we'll add on to those same armchairs, I'm calling them, and now come into like a shoulder lift chair. So we'll bring our arms out. We've explored these shoulder front raises from our last chair practice. No blocks, I told you, and a bit more fluid than our last time. All right, so we sit down and we bring our arms up. As we are inhaling, we bring our arms back and we soar high yet again. So just adding on and maybe even finding a bit of a deeper sit here. Keep the breath going as you are kind of powering up here and really feeling the motions of our ankles and our calves, our toes, all of our lower extremity body really coming into play, coordinating this motion. Just a few more. Try to get as low in these chair squats as possible. Really sending our arms back as we almost explode to the top. I really feel like I'm taking off, like I'm Buzz Lightyear. To the moon and the stars and beyond. It's been a while. Keep it going. A few more here. Last elevation on their toes and coming down, hands to the sides. Beautiful work, beautiful job. Again, maybe find just a sway, feel the sensations through the body. How does that make you feel? We've got one more practice to do here in our movement meditation segment. And this is a bit more of a traditional yoga stance. We're coming into a warrior one, if you would. So we'll start with our left leg in front and our right leg behind us. Now, my spacing is pretty short. And this is because I don't really want to be super long in this warrior one. I'm not necessarily coming into your traditional warrior pose. What we'll be doing is arms soar high, and we are going to lean back and straighten the leg in front. When we bend our leg, we're bending through our torso and we're reaching forward. We inhale, we straighten the legs, straighten the arms, we look up. We exhale, we bend and reach forward. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, we bend and go forward. So we're working into our left glute here, but we're also working on this weight distribution. As we bend forward, our weight goes into our left foot. As we inhale and we come up, we are looking up, weight goes into your right foot. Feel this difference, hinging through the hip, reaching forward through the fingers, coming up on your inhale. Low back is active, gaze upwards. Find a few more. Exhale, come down, bend real deep through that left knee. Inhale, soar high, press through the left foot into the right. Exhale, hinge, reach. Inhale, come up, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, reach forward, bend, weight through the left foot. Inhale, weight in the right foot, come up, go back. Just a few more. One more round, exhaling, coming forward and hinging. Inhaling, lifting high, stretch, and hands to the sides. Shake it out, reposition the feet. We're attacking the right leg this time. So find that short warrior one stance. Our right foot is pointed towards the right side, towards the top of the mat. Our left foot is perpendicular to the back of the mat. We'll start with our arms up and the right knee straight. Your hips are in line with the right toes. Arms go high. Breathe in, look up, reach high. Exhale, bend through the right knee, hinge through the hips, reach towards the front. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hinge forward and reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hinge forward. Keep this motion. I almost feel like I am receiving something on my inhale from above. And on my exhale, I'm giving it to someone, placing it down. Inhale, I'm reaching for something great. Exhale, I'm spreading it out to the world, giving it away. Generosity and gratitude flowing through you as you're breathing. Mindful of the weight distribution. And maybe you're really able to get into this movement and find a bit of meditation. And as you can see, my movements even have changed. My hands feeling a little bit more expressive in this receiving and giving motion. Finding a few more. Last reach up, grabbing and receiving all the good. And as you exhale, reaching far and beyond, pass it along to the world. Come back to our center. Bringing our feet in about hip distance apart. We'll close out today's practice with a few breaths of joy. Just really reintegrating our breath and motion back into our bodies, connecting those two pieces and finding some energetic release as we close. We'll inhale, our arms go high. We'll exhale, we'll fold forward. Draw yourself up, weightless through the hands until the arms come up high. Exhale, you'll fold forward. 2 more. Pull yourself up and fold forward. Last one. Hands come to heart center. Shut down the eyes. Give yourself these few moments again of connection and tranquility. Remembering that you are doing the best you can on this journey. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all for your practice. I can't wait to see you in week 4.